Safety is a subject matter that is germane to all aspects of life and business. Incidents or occupational hazards that come with consequence in all fields of practice often compel a review of safety standards, especially in the aviation sector. On Aviation this week, we'll take a closer look at safety measures by administrations in the Nigerian aviation sector. We'll also be speaking with the Director General of the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, Captain Musa Nuhu, on the same subject matter in airports across the country. This is especially important following a series of incidents recorded in different airports in recent times. Welcome to the program. I am Bukola Koka. Operators and authorities within the aviation sector at every given opportunity outline the importance of safety on their operations, not only to avoid fatal incidents, but to mitigate the loss of life and property. In today's edition, our background report brings you the highlights of conversation on Aviation Roundtable in Abuja, which centered on the all-important subject matter of safety for air travel.
The Malam Aminu Kano International Airport has conducted a mock exercise to ensure the readiness of its protocol team in cases of emergency response to accidents or incidents. The actors of the exercise were gotten from around the host communities and cooperated accordingly. Speaking after the exercise, the managing director noted that the mock exercise is key for preparedness and readiness of staff, and also to check out that all equipments are in good condition. The Zamfara state government has insisted that the work done at the Gusau Cargo Airport is not up to 90%, as claimed by the last administration of former Governor Bello Matawale. The Dauda Lawal's led administration says it is not out to victimize anyone, but wants the right thing to be done so as to continue and complete the project for the benefit of all.
And as a serious government, in this 5 months, you see, we have a time to use. We do not have a time to waste. We have to govern. That is one. Second part of governing is doing a lot of projects, not just making noise and saying that this one has wronged and everything. We have to hold people accountable. But at the same time, we have to do the work ourselves. So we are not satisfied, and we do not believe in these processes that they have carried out through this project. And we believe that there was looting that happened in the procurement processes of this project. And we are initiating an investigation panel to investigate this, because at the end of the day, we are a people governed by constitutions and laws. It was a law that brought us here, and now we have to follow that due process of law to bring these people to justice and to make sure these people account for the taxpayer money of Zamfara State. For that matter, 13 billion naira, more than 70% paid to a contractor, and nothing was built. We do not have an airport. We do not have a functioning place to even land this. Even helicopters that comes into the Zamfara State, they land through the Commissioner of Police house. So imagine, and somebody is there standing. You see, where is the consciousness? Forget about everything. Forget about the party line that we are from PDP and they are from APC or what have you. Where is the consciousness? Where is the people? People voted for even the president now. People of Zamfara State voted for them in the presidential election. So, and then they rejected this person for these purposes. We did a campaign early this year before election. What did their campaign say? You don't even need to come and ask us questions. Just look at their campaign. Their slogan was, we have brought the former governor and another former governor and another former governor and another former governor and former deputy governor and former senator. We are all together. So people of Zamfara said, please vote for us, because we have put out, not that we have built schools for you, not that we have built hospitals for you, not that we have supplied water for you, not that we have build airport for you. So these are the cases that we are facing.
There were allegations, there were insinuations that work is almost 90 or 70% gone. We have seen it. The terminal building, anyone who knows what a terminal building is, will certainly will not give that place 90%. And if you look at the access road, It's not completed. People are alleging that it's completed. You've seen it yourself. And let me just clarify one thing. The road that is banded around as part of the contract, it wasn't. It was, the contractor was arbitrarily instructed to construct that road. And up to the time the government left, that the contract was not formalized. There was no regularization as far as our documents are concerned. What we have found, the permanent secretary of Ministry of Works is here. I'm sure he's going to explain more. But I tell you, what we have there and our computation is exactly what is on the situation on site. We're not interested in victimizing anybody. We're not interested. His Excellency is not interested in doing that. He's only interested in making sure the right thing is done. Even by their own submission. Even by their own submission is 772 million, not 4 billion. Let me repeat. By their own submission, the amount is 772 million. So I don't know where 4 billion comes from. I don't know. But as far as our records are concerned, that's what we found in the files, but we don't have that record. The project is abandoned. So the issue of saying somebody has destroyed one thing or the other, it doesn't arise because there is no work going on there. The contractor has left the site. But let me tell you, people make mistake. When you are given a contract, you are bound by 3 things. The first thing, that no matter what happens, as long as you have signed the contract, you are obligated to complete the project on time, on budget, to the required specification. Coming to time, as at the time we were talking, the contract period was 18 months, and today is what? How many years? 5 years. So if that one alone is a breach of contract. And there were no indications in the files that the contractor had requested for extension of time or has requested for any review. We do not have those documents.
Up next is our conversation with the Director General of the NCAA on safety in airports.
The initial report we have was the aircraft landed and it was trying to maneuver, and it had a runway excursion. We went off the runway. So the investigators from the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau there, started the investigation to give us the full details of what actually happened. And of course, they will conduct their normal extensive investigation as to why or what might have caused the incident. No substantial damage to the aircraft, and all the passengers are safe. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a CRJ. The airline is ValueJet. And to be honest, I don't want to give you a wrong figure. I've had several figures, but I want to get the official figures before we make any comments, as not to give a wrong information to the public. One single incident is one too many, not to talk of 3. Incidents do happen all over the world. Nobody wants incidents, but it's part of the business. But what we want to assure the traveling public, the aviation industry in Nigeria is still very safe. We have the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, who is a very internationally recognized organization. They'll do justice to the investigation and make safety recommendations to ensure that such incidents do not happen. And we, on the side of as the regulator, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, we have already heightened surveillance to ensure that these incidents don't happen. And nobody really knows what caused the 3 incidents. What happened in 2 of them is runway excursion. There are several reasons that could happen to runway excursions. It could be weather, it could be runway contamination, it could be mechanical failure, it could be a pilot error. So right now, if anybody exactly tells you what caused this, it's just a mere speculation. We'll have to wait for the report of the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau that will determine the root causes and what actually happened. I don't know. It depends on how serious or how far they have to go and investigate. I don't think within a relative short period, would get a preliminary report. But some accident investigations could take years. But the three incidents, with the exception of the one in Ibadan, the aircraft suffered minimal damage and there was no injury. But the one in Ibadan, of course, we saw the pictures. The aircraft ran into the bush, into some trees, so that suffered significant damage. So the investigation of that might take a bit much longer. Incidents happen. Nobody wants to have incidents, but it's part of the system. And what is really important is when an incident happens, what measures, immediate measures are taken to ensure that this do not happen. No aviation industry, no country is 100% perfect. We've had some terrible near misses in the United States. They had like 3 or 4 near misses within 10 days. It doesn't make the system a total failure. It doesn't say the system it's not safe. Yes, lapses happen. It's human. Anything with human, you have lapses. And I say it could be any of the issues. It could be pilot error. It could be a mechanical failure. It could be runway contamination. It could be weather-related. From the pictures I saw in Port Harcourt, the runway looked wet. It looked like it had rained. So, but I don't know if that is, it could be 1,001 things that cause accidents, So let's avoid speculation and wait for the reports. I am a trained accident investigator. I've worked in many organizations as a safety officer. In fact, I worked on Presidential Air Fleet as a safety officer. I worked in ERA as a safety officer. And I can tell you, you can speculate by the end of the investigation, it could be something absolutely, totally unrelated to what people are speculating, what are speculating. But I just want to reassure the traveling public, we are doing what we need to do to ensure that the safety we've had with the scheduled passenger flights over the last 10 years is maintained. We don't have any major accidents with any loss of life. Well, what is happening is celebration of the Yamoussoukro decision, the 24th celebration of the Yamoussoukro decision by Africa and Head of States to have a single African air transport market. And we have the whole of Africa and Nigeria to celebrate. This celebration usually takes place in Lomé, Togo, because the president of Lomé is the president champion of single African transporter. But because of the progress and the recognition of Nigeria on the international scene, Nigeria was given the honor to host this. Not only people from Africa, we have people from all the way from New Zealand, we have people from Europe, from the European Commission, we have people from the European Aviation Safety Agency, we have international organizations like IATA, International Air Transport Association, and Airport Councils International. And we have about 8 ministers of transport from Africa participating in this event. So it's just a recognition of the progress Nigeria has made in many areas of aviation. So that's why we've been given the right to host this year.
Still to come on the program, we'll take you on a trip to the United Arab Emirates to showcase new aviation technology demonstrated during the Dubai Air Show. We'll also tell you about the reported increase in air travel between the United Arab Emirates and China. Welcome back. On News Flash today, safety concerns came to the fore following 2 incidents involving an aero contractor's Boeing 737 passenger jet and a ValueJet C900 Bombardier aircraft. Both happened over the last 1 week.
An aircraft with Boeing number 737, operated by aero contractors, crash-landed at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. According to a press release by the Nigerian Safety Investigative Bureau, NSIB, the aircraft, upon landing at the Abuja airport from Lagos at about 10:47 a.m. in a bid to exit the runway, had its nose wheel stuck in the grass verge with its fuselage on the runway. Due to this incident, the runway has however been closed pending the removal of the aircraft. Furthermore, the NSIB solicits information from the public that will help with the investigation. Last week, an aircraft overshot the runway at the Port Harcourt International Airport, Omagua, Rivers State. The Bombardier CRJ 900LI aircraft with tail number 5NBXR, a part of the Value Jet fleet, arrived Port Harcourt from Lagos early on Tuesday evening. Speaking to some officials of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, the pilot, Captain Balami, explained that he had 5 crew members and 62 passengers aboard at the time of the incident. He said there were no casualties and everyone was fine.
No casualty.
No casualty. Everyone was fine, and the passengers were calm, and they were actually grateful to God because we delayed the flight out of Port Harcourt because Port Harcourt was reporting that the visibility was reducing. So we delayed the departure out of Lagos to make sure that the weather subsided. But regardless, I felt like when I was coming in, the runway was still wet and slippery to
A source at the airport said the plane had just landed and was trying to negotiate the turn to the taxi area at the end of the runway 03 where the pilot applied the brakes, but because of the slippery nature of the runway, it skidded off onto the safety area. Meanwhile, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria is yet to comment on the matter.
The 2023 Dubai Air Show smashed records with its colossal exhibition scale and unprecedented order volume, igniting a beacon of hope for the global aviation sector's recovery. As the Middle East's largest and most influential air show, the 18th edition of the Dubai Air Show, held from November 13th to 17th, mesmerized attendees with over 1,400 exhibitors from 95 countries and regions worldwide. Astoundingly, the transaction volume in the first 4 days alone reached a staggering 360 billion dirham, approximately $98 billion, surpassing the cumulative value of the previous air show. The Middle East's aviation industry emerged as the front-runner, with Emirates Air leading the charge by investing a jaw-dropping $58 billion in acquiring 110 passenger planes from both Boeing and Airbus. Not far behind, Fly Dubai secured a remarkable deal by purchasing 30 planes worth $11 billion. Additionally, airlines from other countries such as Egypt, Jordan, and Morocco also signed multiple purchase agreements during the air show. These extraordinary orders serve as a testament to the aviation sector's remarkable revival after the trials of the pandemic. The International Air Transport Association revealed that in September, global passenger volume surged by a remarkable 30.01% year-on-year, reaching 97.3% of pre-pandemic level in 2019. Not to be outdone, the Dubai International Airport is poised to welcome a record-breaking 86.8 million passengers, surpassing the pre-pandemic level of 2019. Having captivated enthusiasts and industry professionals alike since its inception in 1989, this grand event remains an unparalleled platform to showcase cutting-edge advancements in military, general, and commercial aviation. The increasing number of direct flights between China and the United States has significantly lowered the cost for business people, students, and tourists, while facilitating people-to-people exchanges. The first newly added UA889 departed from the Beijing Capital International Airport on Monday night and is scheduled to land at San Francisco after a 12-hour journey. Starting from November 9, The number of weekly round-trip flights between the two countries has increased to 70, with each country's airlines operating 35 flights per week. The latest round of capacity increases will see more options reopen, including Air China adding back 2 weekly Beijing-Washington flights from November 21st and increasing Beijing-Los Angeles to 3 flights weekly from November 30th. Hainan Airlines also plans to resume the 3 weekly flights on its Beijing-Boston-Seattle-Beijing route from November 26th after a suspension of 3 years and 9 months. The United Airlines has increased its San Francisco-Beijing-San Francisco service to 4 flights per week. Ticket prices have accordingly fallen substantially, down almost 50% on average from early in the year on many routes. The direct flight from Beijing to San Francisco has been halved by 15,000 yen to 6,500 yen, and the Beijing-New York flight tickets is now around 8,000 yen, down from 20,000 yen at the beginning of this year. The ticket fare for the Shanghai-LA route has reduced to about 5,000 yen, only a third of the highest level this year.
And this is where we touch down on the program this week. We hope you've enjoyed the flight. And if your answer is yes, join us again same time next week for more aviation stories. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.